has paved the way in the way the state has dealt with the challenges. This really sets Pinarayi Vijayan apart, undoubtedly, creating the model infrastructure of health, education, tourism. Kerala's state under Pinarayi Vijayan has really grown leaps and bounds. Again, I'd like to please ask our guests here to give a big round of applause and invite Mr. Raj Chengappa on stage here for a small brief. Sir, I'd like to request you to please move forward for lighting of the lamp. I'd also invite our group chairman, Arun Puri, on stage, please. Today group, Raj Chengappa, to give us a few words introducing Pinarayi Vijayan, who is known to be a man of few words, certainly a lot of action though.
Thank you, Nabila. Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief of the India Today Group, Mr. Arun Puri, distinguished speakers and friends. It is both an honor and pleasure to welcome you all to the 5th edition of the India Today Conclave South. This, by the way, is the first time that we are holding it in the capital of the southernmost state, Kerala. And I got up early this morning with the sounds of the roar of the ocean, a beautiful, bright, cloudy sky, and fresh air. And I thought, now I know why we call it God's own country. Apart from being the country's first totally literate state, Kerala has earned yet another distinction. Just last week, Chief Minister, sir, you declared Kerala as the first totally e-governed state in the country. So let's give the Chief Minister a very warm round of applause for that. This, of course, is a splendid achievement and a significant step towards bringing about a paradigm shift in grassroots governance, including raising the bar for an efficient and responsive administration, sir, that you are very well known for. Like Kerala, the rest of the South stands out from the rest of the country, particularly in major parameters, whether economic, social, and political. I don't know why we keep using the word or the term down south. Given the performance that we have, it's really up south. And to coin another phrase which Amitabh Kant used for India, this is really incredible South, not just India. Now, I come from Karnataka, which is a neighboring district of Kerala. In a neighboring district to Kerala, which is Coorg and Kodagu. I'm not sure if you've ever been there, sir. You've been pretty close to that at some point. It is the source of the river Kaveri. In fact, my grandparents' house is right below Brahmagiri, from where the Kaveri bubbles. And maybe a coincidence or in some ways destiny, my wife comes from Tanjavur, where the Kaveri River empties out into the great Bay of Bengal at that point. I have also lived in Hyderabad, the capital of Telangana, and in Nellore, where my father served in the army in Andhra Pradesh. I now live in Delhi, but I must say that my heart remains in the beautiful and progressive South. Now, let me give some economic parameters to show just how distinctive the South is and how far ahead it is as compared to the rest of the country. In the past few decades, South India has witnessed a sustained growth in its per capita income, and the technological innovation that it has brought about has proceeded with phenomenal pace, almost a frenetic pace, if you would like to call that. The economies of the South have registered a higher than national average growth over the past 3 decades. South India is the largest gross domestic product compared to any other regions of the country. I know Arun is here, he loves figures, But I think I'm going to give a little pass. I don't want to load you with too many lakh crores and everything that. We'll put it in the magazine. But just to give you a few, and as mentioned earlier, the South has one of the strongest economies in India, accounting for over 30% of the country's GDP. Data available in the Reserve Bank of India and economic surveys of these states show that in 2023, Tamil Nadu alone had a GSDP of around rupees 24.8 lakh crores. That makes it the largest economy in the South, followed by Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and of course Kerala being a smaller state. Now, if you take a look at the per capita income of these 5 states, they have a much higher per capita income as compared to the national average. The national average is around 1,50,000 a year. Telangana recorded the highest per capita income of 2,75,443 in financial year 2022. Karnataka comes second with around 2,65,623. And by the way, these are among the 2 richest states, the state that I come from, as well as this thing. And Tamil Nadu and Kerala are not far behind. Both are around 2,41,000, which is Tamil Nadu, and Kerala's 2,30,661, again higher than the national average. And Andhra Pradesh is around 2,07,000. So in terms of the debt ratio, it again shows the capability of how the southern states boost their economies. And now, the debt to GDP ratio, sir, as you would know, is a major indicator of the financial health of a state. Particularly, if you have a lower debt to GDP ratio, it indicates a stronger financial condition. Among the 5 major southern states, Telangana has the lowest debt to GDP ratio of around 25%, followed by Karnataka, 27.5, Tamil Nadu, 27.7, Andhra Pradesh, 32.8, and Kerala, 37.2%. And that's something that I'm sure you will address in the years ahead as to how you can keep that down. Now, when it comes to the social sectors, education and competing welfare initiatives in the South Indian states, these, of course, again, are much, much stronger than the northern, western, and eastern states of India. And that's because there's been a long-standing policy of welfare-driven, benefits that have been there. Great school education, as Kerala has demonstrated, apart from health system, which again Kerala is the leading state for. And if you take a look at the Human Development Index, clearly the southern states are again ahead. Just one parameter I'll give you all. Literacy rates in the southern states are higher than the national average, with approximately 81% of the population capable of reading and writing in these states. The fertility rate is among the lowest in the country, and Kerala achieved 0 population growth long before, and currently it is around 1.9, which makes it the lowest across all of India. Again, to just show you another indication of development is women empowerment, and the male-female sex ratio is the highest, with Kerala and Tamil Nadu topping this. So give it off for the women here for doing that. And if you take a look at the South Indian states, and look at parameters like economic freedom, life expectancy, access to drinking water, house ownership, and television ownership too, it is again the highest. And finally, if you look at the poverty rate, it is at 19%, while the other Indian states are at 38%. This is just how progressive the South is. Now, I'm not getting into the Millennium Development Goals, where Kerala has already achieved that in 2009, far ahead of the target. But let's also look at the flip side of this success. And this is one of the issues that southern states are really concerned about. So while their prosperity is there, it leads them to be being taxed more, especially on a per capita basis, because they are less populous. So the states here, the complaint is that they're given a relatively smaller share in the central transfer of taxes, although they are one of the most progressive states across the country. And therefore, they see themselves being punished for their success. Many believe that this has been made worse by the recent tax reforms, and there is a growing and a vexatious issue, with some taking the extreme view that the South is being shortchanged by the North. This and several other concerns, Chief Minister, sir, we hope will be addressed at this conclave. And finally, even the politics in the South is different. If you take, each state is ruled by a different political party currently, and for the first time in 10 years, the BJP doesn't have a government in the south, losing my home state, Karnataka, to the Congress. Regional parties, as you know, play the dominant role in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Andhra, and in Kerala, the CPM holds the levers of power. So, Chief Minister, we are delighted and honored that you have agreed to deliver the inaugural address, the keynote address of this South Conclave. Mr. Vijayan, you have a rare distinction that has led the Left Democratic Front to win the legislative elections twice and be the Chief Minister for the second term in a row. You are known to be a no-nonsense politician, a tough and quick decision maker who holds his grounds once you have made up your mind. These qualities have made or have enabled you to put Kerala on the fast track. As Chief Minister, Mr. Vijayan, you have lifted the well-known Kerala model of development that we all talked about earlier to a much, much higher level. And you have won global recognition for your efforts. Your efforts to raise the standard of living in Kerala to the level of middle-income countries among the developed countries of the world in the next 25 years is laudable. And we wish you all the very best in that endeavor. And of course, we hope to hear more of your shining achievements from you yourself. And let me now request the Chief Minister of Kerala, Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, to deliver the inaugural keynote address of the South Conclave. Mr. Vijayan.
Good morning. Distinguished guests, greetings to you all. At the outset, let me welcome all of you to Kerala and wish you a pleasant stay in God's own country. We have friends from all of the South Indian states here with us at this conclave. It is a fact that our states are leading the country in several indices and sectors. Therefore, we look forward to this conclave as an important opportunity to learn from and share with one another. We are gathered here at a time when the LDF government in Kerala has just completed its 7th year in office. Since 2016, our government has been making a qualitative difference in governance by delivering that we have promised to the people of Kerala. Just like we did over the last 6 years, this year too, we released our annual progress report. It evaluates our performance in comparison with our promises in the election manifesto. We have placed it before the people of Kerala so that they can judge for themselves whether we have walked the talk or not. We are presenting a governance model rooted in transparency and accountability, reaffirming our commitment to the people and upholding their right to know. Let me also inform this August gathering that Kerala has become India's first fully e-governed state on 25th May. It is a historic milestone in the internationally acclaimed Kerala model of development and social progress. Through e-governance, we are championing transparency, efficiency, and inclusivity. We have harnessing technology to ensure seamless access to diverse public services, of which more than 900 are now available online. This is not something that we achieved overnight. During our previous tenure itself, we had declared access to internet as a right of our citizens. To ensure that such a right was accessible to all, we went ahead with the introduction of the Kerala Fiber Optic Network, K-Phone, which provides broadband connectivity to all our houses and public offices. We even set up 2,000 free Wi-Fi hotspots at public spaces, including government offices. 2,000 more are in the pipeline. We have made giant strides in every sector over the last 6 years. We have built homes for 3.5 lakh families, given title deeds to 3 lakh people, issued priority ration cards to 3.5 lakh families, and are the only state in the country that has a program to eradicate extreme poverty, even though only 0.7% of Keralites experience multidimensional poverty according to the Niti Aayog. We have made close to 207,000 appointments through the Kerala Public Service Commission and created around 30,000 new posts in government services. At rupees 1,600 per month, our welfare pensions are the highest in the country. Around 63 lakh people currently benefit from this. We provide health insurance to 43 lakh families, and 30 lakh people who are government servants, including retired personnel, and their dependents benefit from our Medicep scheme. There is no parallel to any of this anywhere else in India. We have set up India's first super fab lab, India's first digital university, India's first graphene center, and India's first water metro. The foundation stone has been laid for India's first digital science park. We have the best startup ecosystem in the country. Our Year of Enterprise scheme, which set up close to 140,000 enterprises, provided close to 3 lakh employments, and secured around 8,500 crores of investments, has been hailed as the best practice. Apart from being the only state to have declared internet access as a people's right, we are the only state that has provided electricity to every household. Development of national highways and national waterways is nearing completion. Hill highway and coastal highway are being built at a cost of rupees 3,500 crores and rupees 3,500 crores respectively. Rupees 3,800 crores has been invested for the modernization of public schools. Rupees 19,000 crores has been invested in the public health system. In 2016, when our LDF government came to office, Kerala's unemployment rate was 12%. We have brought it down to 5%. We have brought it down to 5%. Kerala's GSDP was rupees 5,61,994 crores in 2015-16. It has grown to rupees 10,17,873 crore in 2022-23. It is a phenomenal growth of 81% in 7 years. Our per capita income has risen from rupees 1,48,133 to rupees 2,028. Our per capita income has risen from rupees 1,48,133 to rupees 2,28,767 over the last 7 years. In this regard too, we have seen a spectacular growth of 54%. Kerala has achieved this tremendous growth across sectors despite facing An array of challenges like Oki, Nipah, the unprecedented floods in 2018, the monsoon calamity of 2019, and the COVID-19 pandemic, which essentially brought even the global economy to a standstill. The fact that we have overcome all this effectively is a testament to Kerala's resilience. Kerala tells a remarkable tale of social harmony, equitable growth, and progressive values. With this unique model of inclusive development, Kerala has emerged as an exemplar of people-centric progress Compassion and social justice drive our policies that empower marginalized communities and foster equal opportunities for all. Kerala shines as a beacon of a progressive ideals where every voice matters and the spirit of unity paves the way for a brighter future. Alternative policies of Kerala's progressive governments, despite constitutional limitations on state governments, have played a pivotal role in making us what we are today. Land reforms, free and universal primary education, welfare pensions, Maveri stores, literacy and people's plan campaigns, decentralization initiatives, and Kudumbashree program have gone a long way in highlighting the Kerala model of development and social progress at the international arena. We are the most literate state. Our infant and maternal mortality rates are at par with developed countries. Our government schools and hospitals have been adjudged as the best in the country by several agencies, including the Niti Aayog. We have the best law and order situation, and so on. All this has been made possible because communal harmony and peaceful coexistence are always ensured. That is why there has not been even a single instance of communal violence in Kerala over the last several years. Despite the orchestrated efforts to tarnish our image and bring Kerala to disrepute, the people of Kerala stand united in its defense. Time and again, that defense has ensured that such nefarious designs got exposed and defeated. This is a pointer to all of us that at such a time as this, when it rightfully ours is denied to us, and when we are sought to be divided on shallow grounds, we should stand united in our defense and for the common good. No force, no matter how strong they may seem to be, will be able to stand up to our united defense. I hope that the deliberations and discussions during this two-day event would help us to protect our Constitution by upholding our secularism and strengthening our federal character so that India's parliamentary democracy ensures sustainable and inclusive development and comprehensive welfare. With these words, I declare the India Today South Conclave inaugurated. Thank you.
Let's give a very warm round of applause to the Chief Minister. Please do sit down, sir. Chief Minister, now we know why you're among the most progressive chief ministers in the country and why you won a re-election just 2 years ago. Let's again, for the progressive steps that he's taken, give the Chief Minister another warm round of applause and for inaugurating the South Conclave of India today. Thank you for agreeing to a few questions on this. I listened to what you had said, and you've really had innovative steps or taken innovative steps to develop the state for the future, particularly the infrastructure sector. What I'm asking is, what about mega investments? How can you attract them? What are you doing to promote the service sector? And of course, the overall theme, which is how do you improve employment in Kerala and ensure probably a reverse brain drain? Kerala has a lot of brain drain going outside. Is it possible for you all to hold your own people here and give them the jobs that they want?
Thank you. The main challenge is the paucity of land in Kerala.
Yeah, that's a problem, yes.
We have the coast on one side and the hills on the other.
Right.
In between, there is plenty of wetland and forest land as well.
Right.
44 rivers. So in reality, there is only about 35% of the overall area of Kerala is available for people's use.
Right.
Still, we are able to make remarkable progress in industry. For example, consider the Year of Enterprises scheme, which I had mentioned in my speech.
Yeah.
Through the Year of Enterprises, Kerala has introduced the best practice for the whole country. It definitely points to the massive change taking place in Kerala's industrial and employment sectors by harnessing our strengths in IT, BT, electronics, tourism, healthcare, etc. We are transforming Kerala into a knowledge economy and an innovation society.
Well, we wish you all the best on that, but there is, as we have seen recently, the floods that have been there, the pandemic that Kerala had to face, and it has put an enormous strain on your finances, given the fact that though you've brought down the debt, it is still very high. How do you propose to address this serious financial concern that is there in reducing the debt and getting more finances to fund your development projects that you talked about?
I had already mentioned how robust Kerala's economy is during the inaugural address. The fact that we have increased our revenue and managed our expenses is amply evident in how Kerala would up the previous financial year. Despite many expressing apprehensions that Kerala's treasury would come to a standstill in March, we were able to tide over without any major difficulty. Since the financial year 2021, Kerala's own revenue and total revenue have increased by rupees 32,000 and rupees 35,000 crores respectively. Kerala's own revenue is 65% of our total revenue.
Wow.
This is far better than the national average of 55%. The debt to GSDP ratio has been brought down from 39% to 34%. We plan to move ahead in the same direction with renewed vigor. However, it is concerning that our borrowings are being further restricted. It has already been brought down from 5% of the GSDP to 3%. Now restrictions are sought to be imposed even beyond the purview of the FRBM Act and by misquoting the Constitution. Such excesses will affect all states. We will have to stand together and find a way out.
I know we are short of time and you have to go to another appointment. My final question to you is about tourism. And we are in this beautiful place, Kovalam, you told me outside you're planning to develop. What is your major plans that you have up ahead to attract international travelers back to Kerala apart from domestic travelers?
Kerala tourism has secured a pride of place in international tourism circuits. We have been featured in the New York Times as one of the best tourism spots in the world. Prior to COVID, we had record numbers in both domestic and international visitors, around 1.88 crores and 12 lakh respectively. The tourism sector had generated a total revenue of rupees 45,000 crore in 2019. Right now, we are at the pre-COVID levels in the number of domestic tourists. Kerala's tourism is surely on its way back. Interventions like caravan tourism, heritage tourism, destination wedding tourism, etc. are being spearheaded. So many people are coming for the wedding here in Kerala. They are part of our responsible tourism initiatives, which address even local needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Minister. This might be our first conclave here, but it's not the last. We're going to keep coming back, and we particularly wish your state all the very best. Let's give the Chief Minister a very warm round of applause for this.
Welcome. Always you are welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
A big round of applause for Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. The beautiful state of Kerala. I'd say this is the first in history, political history.